Hello, Mark Crossfield here. In my hands today, TaylorMade SLDR Mini Driver. So we've got maybe not the funniest club to come out, but maybe one that's certainly got a lot of confusing around it with people. We're going to hit it. We've got GC2 on the floor, Titleist ProV1X, the ball eye game. We're going to give you some real ball data on this, whatever it is. What is this club? It's called a Mini Driver or a big-headed freewood. Well, let's talk about it. Let's find out what this club is really about. Let's get stuck in. Right guys, TaylorMade SLDR Mini Driver. We're going to hit a few shots. Got a horribly windy day again here in the UK. God, take me back to Carlsbad, please. This is just, this weather in this country is painful. So we're going to hit some of the SLDR Mini Driver. We get speed slot down at the bottom, helping with face hits or strikes from all over the face, certainly lower hits they're saying. Now, I don't know the exact CC of this club. I did look it up, but I've forgotten it. It's 200 and something CC, maybe 240, 260 or 220. It's a big head. Your average freewood CC head is around 1 something, so 1.8, 1.6, something like that, I think. Look up the specs online if you want your exact CCs. Basically what I'm saying, this is a very big headed freewood. It's a 14-degree loft. They're calling it a Mini Driver. It's the length of a freewood, but it's kind of bridging the gap between driver and freewood in head size. So not as big as your driver, but certainly much bigger than your freewood. Now, when I look at this club, and if we look at the SLDR, so you're going to have low forward CGs, that kind of thing in this club a bit as well. It's all SLDR branded up. You get a grey top to the black head, which I adore. I almost want my driver, use the SLDR driver. Anyone who watches the videos knows I've gone to that driver. I want that driver in this colour. It's gorgeous looking. But when I look at this club, for someone who's I like hitting my driver. I've got no problems with it. I never feel like I have to go to a freewood to hit target. I actually feel like I can hit target more with my driver than my freewood. I look at this as maybe quite a powerful freewood, or a freewood which is got a much bigger head, which is going to be very friendly from some kind of different places. So I definitely feel for people who struggle with their drivers and then go to their freewood to hit target, sometimes with the freewood head being shorter and shallower, often hitting off the deck and those kind of things, this off the tee as a safety club makes a lot of sense to me. I get that. I can see people using it and using the 14 degrees of loft and the shorter handle to help control and hit target a bit more from their driver, which isn't maybe as accurate. Let's hit one and we'll talk about it more. I mean, you could talk about this one forever. I mean, I like the way it looks down by the ball, really nice. The size of the head is just, it makes it look like I'm cheating almost. Let's give it a hit. This is from the deck. I mean, I like fairway woods and I've got no problem hitting this club from the deck. I've got some data coming from deck and tee the later part of this video to show you actual numbers I'm getting with it, but I do definitely feel I can hit this from the deck no problem. I think your average golfer definitely would struggle a little bit with it from the deck. It's more of a kind of teeing club. Now, and I caught that slightly out of the bottom and that is still flying absolutely no problem. I mean, I'm tempted to put this in I'm going away next week to play in Portugal for a week, and I'm tempted to put this in the bag and see how it fits in. It feels like, I'm going to look at the data, it feels stronger than my freewood, which actually, for me, trying to push par 5s in 2 from the deck, I feel like this is going to be a good option. Look, for me, I think lots of people could put this club in their bag if they struggle with their driver. Let's pretend you've got 13 clubs in your bag, so you've got room for one more, and you've got the spare income to put towards a 14th club. This one, why would you not use it? So you could almost go driver, this one, forward. See what I mean? So forward from the deck, 220, whatever you hit your forward, 230, 200, whatever. This from the tee when you're nervous, get your driver out when there's a bit more room. The size of this head definitely is going to make this much easier to hit than any freewood out there for people, and because of the shorter length, the freewood length, and that bigger head from the tee, I think for lots of people they might find it easier to hit than their driver. It's definitely a club you've got to get out and try. Look, the TaylorMade machine that just keeps on spurting out clubs at a rate of knots, and I see lots of comments online, and I agree they do release a lot of clubs. I've spoken to them about it, and I actually didn't mind their explanation. Their explanation to me, and being someone who, to be honest with you, has been quite critical of TaylorMade in the past, and still I watch them closely, They are saying if they've got a club or come up with a club that they think can help golfers, and I definitely think this one can, why would they wait for an 18-month cycle of club changing to bring that out? Why not just bring that out straight away? If they've got a club, don't wait another 12 months until the release cycle, so other companies go on a cycle, if you like. They just think, let's bring it to market. If they've got the power and the resources to do that, which they obviously have, why not do that? That makes sense to me. Obviously, they're trying to sell golf equipment, so the more clubs you put out there might promote more sales. But look, you don't have to buy every club they release. Just because they release a new one doesn't mean you have to go out there and buy it. You know, you don't have to keep up, you know, you'll see tour pros using clubs from 5, 6 generations back still, and their guys know what equipment feels like and how it works. So look, let's get some in front of the launch one. Let's show you some data with the real balls using GC2 here down on the floor. I'm just going to hit one from the tee actually, because I've hit those two from the ground. I mean, I'm teeing it quite low. I don't feel like I want to tee it up that high, but I do feel, compared to my free wood, I mean, my free wood from the tee, off and on a tee, I would actually just knock a bit of grass up. I don't feel that comfortable teeing a free wood up. I feel like I could get it out the top of the club a bit. But this head size, actually no problem. And from the tee there, absolutely no problem hitting that. I mean, I find it easy from the ground. I think lots of you will find it quite hard from the ground. Look, let's look at these real numbers. Interesting club. Let's check out what the numbers are doing. Right guys, let's look at these numbers. I've got 3 from the ground and 3 from the tee. Remember, I tee it up quite high because it's not the biggest head in the world, certainly not as big as your drivers. You wouldn't be teeing it up really high. So I'm getting 240 carry from the ground, 3000 spin, not bad, 13 degrees launch. I mean, that is slightly further than my free wood. My free wood does go near those numbers, so it's about the same to a little bit further from the ground. It definitely feels a bit easier to hit because of the size of that head. It does feel a little bit cheaty. Do worry maybe that it might spin up, but from those numbers, they're pretty good spin numbers. So I'm getting good results on that. I'm very tempted to put this in. Now from the tee, I'm carrying an extra 3 yards, so not much in it, but I'm spinning down at 2.5, so the spin drops down. So as soon as I put the ball on the tee, I can hit it in a higher part of the face, which will reduce the spin. And what happens is I get a slightly higher launch as well, because I'm hitting higher up that face, and I'm probably hitting up at the ball slightly as well, because as soon as you put it on that tee, I feel like I could get a degree up at it, where on the ground I feel like I've got to kind of be quite level, even sometimes down if it's sitting down at it. So from the tee, it's definitely sneaking a little bit further. It's going quite close to my driver. My driver carry is around 260, 270 for me as a bomb. So at 243 carry, yeah, it kind of fits in there. It fits in there as a slightly strong free wood. It's quite versatile, which you wouldn't expect, but it's versatile for me because I enjoy hitting my free wood from the ground. I think lots of you are going to struggle with this from the ground. Let me know what you think, guys. I'm going to try it on the course, definitely. I think for those of you who want to use it as a second driver, yes, if you've got space in your bag. It's almost like a lob wedge, this club, isn't it? It's almost like an added club. If you've got room and you struggle with your driver and you think your free wood doesn't quite go far enough, or you're a bit nervous because the head is small, you would put this in all day long if money's no object and you can, you know, afford to put it in there. It's certainly not a club you need to all rush out buying, and I don't think you're going to see masses take up of it on tours and things like that. It's one of those ones where I think the manufacturer is almost discovering or trying to just fill the market with as many clubs as they can to make as many sales. That's the truth. But also, there are some people out there who will buy this and get use out of it. I'm going to try it. I think you'll see it a couple of times in Portugal, and if I get on with it, it might stay in the bag. My only concern is it gets a bit close to my driver and then I have a gap between this and my 5-wood, but hey, we'll come and see that. So SLDR TaylorMade Mini Driver, interesting club. Let me know what you think. Post comments down below. I'd love to hear the comments on this one. It'll be an interesting one. Let the comments begin. Thanks for watching. So if you like what's going on here, don't be afraid to subscribe to the channel. Also thumbs up the video, post comments. Love to hear what you guys got to say. Let's keep it social. The more we talk, the more we share, the easier this game will get for everybody. So if you want to find me on Facebook here, you can find me on Facebook. If you want to tweet me, find me on Twitter here as well. Just follow the links, all in the description. Come and join the show. Get active, get involved, get playing some better golf. Thanks for watching.